All right. It's that time. It's time for Beyond Sight and Sound. Let's do this.
Hey boys and girls, we are going to talk about S&W shooters and prospectors. What is S&W shooters and prospectors?
We at S&W Shooters and Prospectors help people find treasure.
Did you say treasure?
Yes, treasure. Just listen to this amazing review from our happy customer, Jackie Sparrow.
Chocolate ship shape and a pleasure to deal with. I was able to buy everything that I needed at prices that were shillings less than others. I found my 9 pieces of 8 in no time. Savvy?
I know you're asking yourself, why should I shop at S&W Shooter and Prospectors?
Chuck Smalley has over 45 years of metal detecting experience. He works with each customer one-on-one to customize their setup to match their skill level.
So if you always dreamt of being a pirate, contact Chuck at S&W Shooters and Prospectors and he'll take a great deal for you.
iPads and rum not included.
Caution. Please do not operate motor vehicles or power equipment while under the influence of this show. Listening to this show could cause side effects such as bouts of laughter, violent binges of cabin fever, and even dreams of silver and gold. Please be advised. Now that the fine print is out of the way, on with the show.
All right, we're back. We're live once again. You are here. Do you ever get the feeling that you're looking at one of those maps at a rest stop or something? There's a pin in the map. You are here. Wow, the chat is flying. Messed with the, apparently I inadvertently dumped my mic volume and tried to readjust it. I may be a little hot tonight. I don't know. So I guess first we'll find out if the audio is okay on my end. And as long as it is, then we'll move along. And we'll see about getting Chuck in here too here in a second. Okay. Everybody says it sounds fine, so I guess we'll roll with that. And just in case I'm a little hot, I'll back off of the mic a little bit here and come over to this screen. And voila, we have Chuck.
How's everybody tonight? hope well. I hope well.
Right. I think they're doing well. I think they're all wired up in the chat too. It seems like the chat's moving pretty good.
Yep. I'm looking at something here. I'm trying to find our new entry. Josh, did that make it to your page?
No, it's not in the group yet. It's only in your messenger. But Ian is in the chat. I'm sure he can get her to post it to the group now because she has been approved for the group.
Good. Hey, Melissa, Janet, God, the house is getting filled up with Phil, Bills, Emery. We got Kevin in there, yeah. I'm sure it's as warm at your place as it is at ours. And needs to quit snowing so she can dance, or they can dance. Oh, Shannon. You still got time. Interrupt. I'll sweeten up the pot.
Yeah, we've had another entry in tonight, which I saw Ian in the chat, so maybe he can get her to post that in the group before the end of the show.
Dennis said it's good. He says he's good. He's full of pasta. Dennis, I think you're full of something else, not pasta. That'll get him going.
Right?
Well, first
get him fired up.
Yeah, got to get him fired up.
Of course, I don't know. From his post this morning, he might be full of biscuits and gravy.
That too. I bet he didn't go to Wendy's for them.
No. Didn't look like it.
There you go. So, Ian's got it up there. The post is on the group page, Josh.
Ah, well, there you go.
Yeah, I've got to check this out. See if I can get on the group page here on the phone, if it'll work.
Oh, I'm sure it will. And that makes entry number 3.
Yep.
So, for Phil and Shannon, maybe they better not wait for it to quit snowing. Maybe they should just get the shuffling.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see how. Okay, come on up.
And everybody else should get to shuffling too if they want in on that, because time's running out. The pressure's on, though. We got another entry.
That's good.
Right?
Yeah.
And for everybody else, if they have not, well, obviously you folks haven't seen it, but the post is up in the group. Ian says it's up there. You'll have to go check that out. Like I said, it's short, but it is creative. I thought they were creative with it.
Yeah. Cool. Anyway, get some more. I've got more stuff to add to the pot. We know the main prize, but there might be a little silver, or might be some other goodies put in there.
Right.
And right now, those three are going to do something.
Right now there's 3. Dropped and forgotten in-house.
Oh, Kevin states that the prizes went out Friday from their contests.
Yes.
Hope the Winner from Huntington Beach, California, has a home for prize to arrive to. And I'd be remiss, my heart goes out to all out there that so far that fire's done 60 square miles, 10,000 homes and businesses.
Which, the California fires?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a tough deal. I mean, there's been, 16 casualties?
16 casualties, 5 more missing.
And I don't know if you had saw that little report or not, but apparently a group of neighbors caught an arsonist.
Hadn't seen that, but I had seen a triangulation set up on the 3 fires that started. Those 3 fires were in a nice triangle enclosing that area, like this, and they all erupted at the same time. Now, I went to a lot of schooling on arson years ago, up to level 3. Level 4 meant that I had to go to PTI for concealed carry. I didn't go to that at the time, but something's hokey here.
Yeah, they said that they believe that fire was caused by arson to begin with. And the group of neighbors that corralled an arsonist, this guy was all set up with arson-related items. They promptly handed him over to the police, but then apparently the police released him due to insufficient evidence.
Right. And
and
it stinks. The whole thing stinks.
Yeah.
The reservoirs were empty. They know it's time for Santa Ana winds. 3 fires are started within the same hour in a triangulation all surrounding that area. The whole thing's starting to stink bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like winning lottery numbers in a sense. The odds are just something's up.
Read an article, and I'm trying to remember which insurance company, Allstate, canceled. I can't remember how many thousand fire policies out there just 3 months ago due to high fire risk. That was up. They moved the playoff to the Allstate Bowl or Allstate Arena out there, and then that was written in on that.
I see. And I don't know, and maybe you've got some insight on this. I was telling Tam earlier today, I said, I don't know how that works in California, but I believe it's pretty much the same across the board.
Oh.
If somebody dies in a fire and that fire is determined to be arson and they catch the arsonist is on the hook for murder.
Yes. In Illinois, that used to be a Class X.
Not to mention, if a firefighter or first responder falls in the line of duty trying to put that out,
right? Injury, even an injury,
death,
right? Even an injury. Now, Janet, you are correct. I stand corrected. Not Allstate, but State Farm canceled them all. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw it at ORH. All the cars trying to get away got backed up. People fled the cars, and the fire department couldn't get in, so they brought in a big fire department bulldozer out there. They own some fantastic heavy equipment and opened the highway back up, just pushing cars off.
Yep. And there's a lot of people that are up at arms. They're demanding resignations. Heads are going to roll.
Yep. It stinks. Some of this other crap that's going on smells even worse.
Yep. And it is unfortunate. I mean, there's a lot of loss out there.
Yep.
Arbs in the house.
Aha. So, you're right, Barb. You're 100% right on that one. So, yep. That whole group out there. Oh, Lord. Anyway, since we all probably haven't been out doing much detecting lately. Wow. We got some weather coming your way. Hey, Eric, you made it in the house, buddy.
Well, I can't say I was doing detecting, but I found snow.
You know what? Ours melted. I've got no snow here.
Ours did too after I cleared it off the sidewalk.
Yard
The
is clear
sidewalk,
right now. Just a little
but
patch
still
left
got
here. Crazy. So, yeah, this is a kind of an oddball thing that big high pressure lays in here. It's pushing all the nasties down to Barb and then back up to Ohio. Yeah.
Yeah.
Marks are talking, I think, 48 on Saturday here. So,
But they say that don't worry if you dodged a bullet this week, because wait, there's more. Next week, we've got another one coming. And the week after that, we've got another one coming.
yeah, Shannon, the snow line is south of Interstate 80, and you can have it all. Oh, cool, Eric.
And if anybody feels a little shorted, they can take ours too.
ORH can't wait to start complaining about the heat. That's what he says. Saturday, Dennis. Saturday.
Oh,
Yeah.
he must ask when you're leaving.
Yeah, for a week. Yep.
Yeah. Speaking of which, have you been watching the weather in Aruba?
No.
It's a tough life. Currently, it's 81 degrees
That's a cold night.
with a low of 79.
Yep. Usually it's boring. It's 84, 80, 87, 80 day night wise. Now, you do get a little rain once in a while, but that is truly considered a desert island.
Yeah, it just kind of throws down some water and leaves right away.
Shannon, she is being boarded by our vet. They have a boarder set up over there. She'll be staying over there. And I got, she's a strong-headed young lady, so we bought a little collar for her made by Garmin and been working with her on that. She's only been zapped once or twice. The rest of the time, all I got to do is hit the vibrate mode, and we aren't getting into everything. She's doing a pretty good job. But boy, is that little girl a stubborn one. And if she hunts like she is, which 4 times we had her out, she'll go till she drops. Or when you make the turn back towards the truck, she sees the truck, looks at you going, I'm done, and just starts trotting toward the truck when she's tired, really tired. Oh, good dog so far.
Yep. Just going, that's it for me. I'll meet you back at the truck.
Yeah. You got to remember, we started hunting her at 15 weeks, 16 weeks. And that's about the right time, at least get them in the field. And she put some birds up. Unfortunately, they were all hands. But she likes this, so that's good. Not gun shy, strong. She's pretty intelligent too, so listens to command in the field better than in the house. But that changed 2 days ago.
Oh, yeah.
So
There you go.
yep, good pup. Good pup. And the sharpest teeth you ever want to touch. My God, can she chew?
Razor sharp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Don't
I got
let
a few punctures on the hands. Just playing.
Right. Don't let her get a hold of your Alaska boots.
No. RH, I can give you someone to call to get one of those for you, buddy. He says he needs a Garmin collar for his wife. Oh boy. Oh boy. She only wears it a few hours a day. Work with her. And get one of those Kong toys. Kong toy. Okay. So anyway, moving right along. Anyhow, we are planning. We told you, swing in the summer. Some things are coming together. Josh, myself, we've been contacting people, and I've got a lot of them to call tomorrow. And we'll have some surprises coming down the line for you, I hope. And we'll have a good time. That's what we plan on. A little more about the area. You've got several hotels within no more than 15 minutes from the site. Nice hotels. You got them on the river in LeClaire. You got a couple over in East Moline. That'd be your longest drive. It might be drop into Hampton, 15, 20 minutes. And then that big campground. And if you're planning on coming, reach out to Alinawick Forest Preserve, Alinawick Park in Hampton, Illinois, and try to get yourself some spots, because that is a very, very, very popular campground. It's right on the river, right below the lock and dam. People come in to fish in droves.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be the third Saturday, I think the 21st, Kevin. So you can pull your camper over.
So if you plan on camping, you may want to call and get your camping spot reserved, because they do fill up quick.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, June. So be a good time. Hope you all can make it. Get the bills out there. Bring the 2 legends across from Ohio. But I know there's logistics on that too. So
Yeah, but I still say if you get us all out there, Illinois may never be the same.
You can't do it any more damage than Chicago has. I'll leave it that way.
True enough.
And Rock Island County, which is where the park is, Hampton. I'm in Rock Island County. That is known as Little Cook County. Yippee-ki-yay.
Oh my.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever watched the movie Road? Any of you guys seen, I think Tom Hanks is in it, The Road to Perdition?
Yeah, I believe I have.
If you ever get a chance to watch The Road to Perdition, all of that happened in Rock Island County. That's all based on a story right out of here. And the criminals that were here during the Prohibition era up and through the 30s and 40s.
Wow.
So, yep, that based on the book, it was all in Rock Island County, all through this area. Hey, old Pelon. So he's in. They had a lot of stuff here, and they would shoot from Chicago straight across off Route 30 and down, and heavy duty connection.
Yeah, so people are definitely going to want to stay tuned because, I mean, we can't announce a whole lot yet, but as we get closer, there'll be many announcements you're going to want to catch.
Right. And that's coming. And I'll spend a whole week with Tim, and we'll be plotting out how we're going to do the hunts, the cost of the hunts. There'll be a kids hunt. There'll be the I&I dimes to dollar hunt, or whatever they call it. There'll probably be a sponsored hunt by some of the corporate, and maybe something else. No, there's no night. I don't think we're doing a nighttime hunt with pinpointers, so everybody leaves there with bad knees that you came in with. But we'll have a meet and greet. That's to be announced. Tim's hunting that out. Hopefully Tim got to them, and we have all 4 pavilions. It's a large area. There's 2 on each side of the double wide going down to the river, and they'll probably do their, so if you're coming, so you know, they do hot dogs, that kind of stuff up, and then dishes to pass. Yep, beans for everybody. So and that's included in your hunt. So you get the hot dogs, the buns, the brats, whatever they're putting out that day.
Right.
They try to keep the cost down for everybody. We want you to come have a good time and not break your bank. And I can't tell you what they're going to come up with for the cost of the hunt.
Right. We don't have that information yet. We don't have the information on the cost for the meet and greet, and we don't have the information on early bird discount or even group discount for the hotel.
Yep. And I'm going to go out on a limb. I'll guarantee you one of those hunts will have tokens in it for silver dollars. And I'm talking Morgans, and I'm not talking Coles. I like finding silver dollars. That's one of my favorites. So I'll make sure there's some out there in the field for you to find. But it'll be by token, not by putting them out in the ground. So they get sliced. They'll be nice enough. You don't want to do that.
And Chicago Digger had asked if that was Moline, Illinois.
Moline, Illinois? East Moline.
There you
The
go.
park is in East Moline, Hampton. If you go Empire Park, it's East Moline. I can't remember the other side of this. There's two park names in one park. They tie up to each other. So, yeah, we'll have a good time with it. Shannon, it all depends upon how dry the ground is. If the ground's extremely dry, they'll be just pushed down. They won't be buried.
Or if it monsoons,
you can, yep.
and I guess we can throw that out there too for folks. It is Illinois in June. Be prepared for anything, rain or shine event.
Yep. The only time that we would send you someplace is if the rain decides to be a storm.
Right.
And we get some dandies, trust me. Woof.
Oh, yes, you do.
Yep. Oh, yeah. You're on the Mississippi River, you get some bugs. If we've had a wet spell, the worst are the buffalo gnats. So vanilla is a good thing to put on. Believe it or not, Avon Skin So Soft is good too. Yeah, it keeps them lucky.
Sounds like Chicago Diggers pleased with that new that it's East Moline.
There you go. Jason says, get your insect repellent now while it's on closeout at Walmart. It was it Kmart used to have the blue light specials.
Right.
Yep. One of the best, except it's hard to find, is called Detrol. And it used to be in McNess Antiseptic. Well, the United States, in all their wisdom, banned it. But Canada, you can order Detrol, or Dettol, excuse me, not Troll, Tall, and cut it 50-50 with water. Take a cotton ball and just up around your neck, on your clothing, back of your hands or gloves. And that stuff, you don't have the problem with the gnats.
Right.
So, will Cool Whip work? Well, it might get rid of the gnats, but everything else is going to love you.
Right. Yeah, I mentioned the bees would love that.
Yep. And you're right. I remember Kevin Muskall tackle box. You found one. Keep the bottle is probably a collectible.
Right.
Oh no! Dropped and forgotten, can't make it. He's going to be in New Hampshire.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yep. Well,
he's missing a heck of an event.
we have a good time. That's what it's about. We want you to have fun. We want you to meet people, and they'll help you if you need help. I have a good time, not totally break your bank. And they'll be clad out there. There'll be gold dollars. There'll be silver. Probably some Indians, wheats, who knows what. Be tokens for some silver dollars and prize tokens. So can't tell you what kind of prizes yet. We haven't got that far.
Yeah, I mean, you folks are getting this as fresh off the press as you can.
Yep. Gonna be a good time. We always try to make it that way. Why don't you come on in and have a good time, meet people, make new friends, hook up with your old friends, learn, hunt.
Here's some good stories.
Yep. Share time together. That's the way it's supposed to be.
See some nice things being found naturally.
Unfortunately, some of the hunts are getting and have gotten, I don't know exactly what you want to call it, cliquish. So we try not to do that. We welcome everybody and we'll work with you. Have a good time. Have a little fun in the field. No big pressure, anything like that. From newbie to novice to old pro treasure hunters, we'll like you all there.
Yep.
Yep. And that's not that far away. We're in January, mid-June, you're 6 months out. We'll have a good time.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a village, and everybody's kind of hitting the ground running to get things lined up as quickly as possible so that we can get the news out to you folks as quickly as possible.
And Josh asked a question. He said, did you guys put a cap on the number of people? Not yet. They haven't discussed that. They haven't said, well, 125, 150, 200. We're pretty accommodating, and there'll be an early bird buy-in, probably with some money off on it, and then day of cost. But
right. And usually, I can say that too. In the past, the early bird price has been a pretty nice discount.
Yeah. The club will sell raffle tickets on whatever, detectors, things like that. And we still got more people to get a hold of. I'm hoping to get a couple out of Florida, friends of ours that have been longtime friends of this club, and get them to come. And Mr. Mark Hoover, maybe Gary Pentas, see if we can get them up here.
Gone digging in the house.
Yeah.
Well, welcome aboard, Matt.
Yeah. Want to reach out and see if Rizzo's available and he can come down? Yeah.
I actually had somebody ask me the other day if he would be there. I'm pretty sure he tries to make it whenever he can.
ORH, you won't need shovels, and we try not to use shovels in the work. So we're gonna try, Shannon. I haven't even reached out to him yet, but I'm gonna.
Right. We're trying to get everything lined up as quick as we can.
Yep. It's coming.
It takes a little time, but it's coming.
Talk about the history in the area. Well, it sits along the Mississippi River.
Oh, boy.
And there's an island right across. It's a back slough, a channel that comes back through there. And there's an island that sits there, and it's pretty good size. It's Campbell's Island. There's homes on it and some businesses. That particular island was where there was a 2-day battle that started at Credit Island, just south of Davenport, and worked its way upstream by punt boat in the War of 1812. It is listed as the westernmost battle of the War of 1812. Now, on the island, there is a monument there talking about it, and they have actually found the British shelled the island. And the Indians and the British were against the regulars and volunteers over a 2-day battle. And they roamed in. And there have been some of the cannonballs found. So that's part of the history. And then a guy by the name of Colonel Davenport came out in 1830. No, it was even earlier than that. I think it was 1820 something. And set up on the Arsenal Island. And his home still stands today. He went back and brought more people back to settle this area. He liked the area. And his sister was married to one of my great uncles. And there was other family that came out with him. And then my family went into what's known as Scott County, Iowa, and settled along the Wapsipinicon River up here. So they were literally, you can go in and you can see this history, the first settlers in Scott County, Iowa. So that's how far back my family goes here.
You've got quite a lineage.
Oh, they like to wander around getting all kinds of trouble. My dad always warned me not to go back on the Smalley side because we'd find too many horse thieves. And if you take a look, you'll find some of the Smalleys in the Old West books. One was a sheriff who went on to become a deputy sheriff, became sheriff of Cheyenne County, Wyoming. And he was one of them that made the arrest of Tom Horn for the murder of Willie Nickel. And that's wrote up in a couple of history books. He was a deputy then. So I'm scattered all over the country, good and bad. But it's fun to look back on that stuff. My grandma wrote all the family lineage on the bowling side. So mom, DAR. They're both in DAR on that side of the family. So they were pretty proud of that.
And for the coin shooters out there, this park has produced bust coins.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. And it gets hunted, but the stuff still pops up once in a while. So, especially down along the riverbank.
Yeah, you never know what you could find.
That's right. Yep. Yeah, Kevin says there's been good natural finds there.
Oh, yeah.
And a bus cap was found there. Actually, there's been several found there, Kevin. That was where you get down toward the boat ramp, the old rope line ferry was there, where they hauled the horses and buggies and stuff across. Steamboats. Quite the history through the Rock Island, Davenport, Moline area, Bettendorf. One of the biggest law cases for Abraham Lincoln occurred when a steamboat rammed the first railroad bridge that went across the Mississippi River at Rock Island. And he represented the railroad against the steamboat group. And that had Confederate ties, and it caught the bridge on fire, burned it down, burn it up, whatever. And he represented that case. So, and then the arsenal was there, Rock Island Arsenal. Of course, on the island, you can't detect there. But there's a Confederate cemetery that was one of the bigger, not the biggest, it was one of the bigger Confederate prisons during the Civil War. One of the river towns I like to visit all through this area, all the way down through into St. Joe, all the way up to Dubuque. Got to hunt a lot of good places. So, anyway, we're looking forward to seeing y'all. Make the plans. We'll get it rolling. I'm just a messenger right now. I'm a dealer. I'm going to be there. I'll have my stuff set up. I'll be supporting you. The club's putting it on, and they're working on getting it all together, and I'll relay it as fast as I can to you when they allow me.
Right.
Josh has been helping make contacts because, well, a couple of them changed phone numbers, things like that. He was able to reach out to Jason. I'll be talking with him probably tomorrow. He was supposed to call me today, and he didn't. And we'll see how that goes if we get it. Doug and Dog Tech Doug and him in. And if I can get Mark and Gary, and if I can get KG and Ringy and a couple others down the line, and Merrill from XP, we'll see. I'll talk with Mark tomorrow and see if we can pull that off. And have a bunch of them there that can talk to you about your favorite machine, and see if we get Debbie in from Mine Lab. So, yeah. Barb says Jason's a night owl. Call him now. Well, it's not that late out there. It's what, 8:45. So
That's true.
yeah. But I don't have much else for tonight, buddy. What do you got? Just hype up. Wednesday night, we're going to probably be, come on, you got between now and Wednesday, you guys that have been putting it off. Give me some YMCA.
Yep. Metal Detecting Beyond Sight and Sound Facebook group.
Yep. Have some fun with it.
We've got 3 now.
Be a good time. We'll do a first, second, third place. If we get a fourth, you might even see a fourth place prize, and then on and on. It might only be a silver dime, but it'll be silver.
Right? One thing's for sure, you can't win if you don't enter. So you got to get that video up.
So do it to it, folks.
Yeah.
Be done. Let's have some fun.
It sounds like
If you're a MAGA supporter, you shouldn't even have to think twice about it. If you aren't, well, all of a sudden the Democrats are coming over and talking with Trump a lot.
Right.
So good at that. He's got a plan, and he's going to make her work as best as he can. He's had time to think about it.
Yeah. Well,
I voted for a felon. Oh my God. And a hillbilly.
you know what they say.
Lay it on me.
If you've got to choose between the lesser of the evils, who are you going to pick?
That's right. So, yeah, that's true, ORH. He wasn't a felon then, but they were sure calling him that. That kind of backfired. Love it. Just love it. So, anyway, buddy, we're about to the end of my rope. Looking forward to pulling off. I'll be at other hunts. I'll be at DTH if anyone's going to that one. Of course, the I&I Club. I'll be up Dig Fest, Chicago Dig Fest in Wisconsin. But that's later in the year.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get used to that. It sounds so strange.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Cookies, ORH.
When we get closer to that event, I'm sure that John and Alan will be back on to make their announcements.
Oh, yeah. I hope so. Barb's asking, when does that end? Wednesday night. Just before the show will be the last time you can post up. We decided that today. So you got between now and Wednesday.
Tick tock.
Yep. And if I'm out on a call, Josh gets to announce them. I'll tell him what we got for prizes. And you already know that you get the Garrett collectible for first place.
Right. The Gary Pennant people.
Yep. So that'll be shipped out to you. And I'll show you the box. And it includes one kind. I don't know if you can see the corner of that. Right there. That includes one of a kind Birdie Sue puppy bites. Of which nothing inside was hurt.
No pieces were injured in the making.
None. But I'm sitting there, I look over, and she's walking around kind of carrying that. This was a couple weeks ago. I'm like, hey. And she just looked at me and went back to biting on it. So I went and saved it.
Right. You just kind of look over and go, what are you doing?
Yep. And she's quick. The little Dickens, boy, you turn your head, you look back, and she's into something else.
Oh, yeah. Yep. You take that away and turn around to put it up, and she's already on to something else.
That's right.
That's the way
I
it
don't
goes.
know if the clubs in Dennis's area may have a hunt, too, that I may wander over to just to show up once. IVHRA and the county boys and that. They were talking at one time putting the 2-3 of them together and trying to have a hunt. So we'll see if that comes to pass.
Yeah, that would be interesting. But yeah, I guess we've got to get some winners called Wednesday on that contest because Saturday.
I'm gone.
Yeah. And if we're lucky, maybe you'll bring some of that Aruba weather back with you.
I'd like to, but I don't think that's going to happen. We got a lot of February left.
Yeah, I think
goods happen where I keep my wood pile, Josh. It was getting to be kind of not overgrown, crowded with little chunks and bits and that didn't kind of fit the mold. So I've been running a cart back and forth, cleaning all that up and using that currently for, the basement, the doors open going up, and it kind of puts quite a bit of heat out down here. And so I've got all that cleaned up pretty much, and we're down to just standard wood, and I got racks of it outside. I got about, 3.5 cord left there and a cord over there at the pile. And I just started a fire and threw that junky stuff on, and it heats the house. It's not for aesthetic.
it works as well.
Yep. So I'm getting that done while we have no snow.
Right. That way, when you come back to the Blue Nose from Aruba, you'll be all set up to warm the place up.
Yep. ORH, nothing like getting ready for work in the AM just to realize your work boots got ate up in the middle of the night, right? Yeah. That didn't happen. She's got a specific area. We keep her up through the kitchen, down the one hallway, that kind of stuff, has a kennel. And we move things to high water, but occasionally what we thought we had at high water wasn't, and she was able to grab it. Well, she's getting bigger now, and we've been working on nose and then that little buzzer thing, and that's working real good. So far, nothing major has occurred other than watching a pair of gloves run by a little 2-3 days ago. I had them sitting. I didn't put them away. They're up on the stool. I'm working in the kitchen. I see something go by. She's got my good work gloves, my leathers. Ain't doing on them.
Nope.
Nope.
Do not pass go.
Yep. Nope. So, no, she's doing pretty good now. So, we have very few. In fact, the past 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, I don't think we had any kind of accident in the house. She has to go out. We have no problem. She's got a regular feeding schedule, all this kind of stuff worked out. It's just occasionally she wants to get into something, she pushes it, looks at you, and then you have to draw a line.
Right. Occasionally, we may see gloves walking.
Jason saying Drop and Forgotten's going to be up in New Hampshire during a big metal detecting competition week. Maybe he's involved in it, Drop and Forgotten is.
Right.
Yep.
Good.
So, well, anyway, everybody have a safe week, quiet night. Stay warm. If you can get out and detect, get out. Good luck. Hope you find a bucket lister. And thanks for having me on. I'll keep you updated on the upcoming hunt news when I get it. In fact, I'll have some fresh news when I get back from Aruba for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Be making some phone calls. I'm actually going with Tim, the hunt master, and we're going to lay out the hunts. Everything will be done. Boom. We'll get it printed up, and then it'll be out, and we'll have a good one. Dennis, take care. Drop and Forgotten. Oh, you're going to the best of Northeast, huh? You're going to Bone? All right.
What I figured.
Yep. Thanks, Josh.
Yep. We'll see you, Chuck. Well, when you get up to Bone, good luck to you in your travels, Jeff. And for those that are hoping or planning to attend Swing Into Summer, more news to come, and we'll hope that everybody has fun on their endeavors as well. But first, we got to warm this place up. I mean, ground's frozen. Ugh. What do you do? Either way, like Chuck said, we will take entries up to Wednesday night for the shuffle giveaway. Post up your video in Metal Detecting Beyond Sight and Sound. If you're not a Facebook user, you can email it to me at beyondsightandsound@gmail.com. Also, if anybody has seen MD for Cash, tell him to check his email. Otherwise, he will be forfeiting his prize. that he won with our key phrase contest. And I guess at which point I'll tell Kevin that, do what you may with it. We saw that Dawn was in. As far as I know, everyone else has received their prizes that Emery was shipping out. With the exception of Dawn's, there was a little bit of a mishap with her package, and we are in the process of making things right and getting things out to her. So hers will be going out shortly. And if anyone has seen or heard anything at all about Ken Guthrie or detectees, contact me. Just saying. And I've been meaning to make those announcements for a minute now. At least I remembered to tonight. Other than that, I think we're going to roll out of here too. Find a bucket lister if you can, but for most of us, the only thing we're digging is snow. We're out of here.
We sure are glad you found us here tonight. Thanks for dropping by and joining in. If you like metal detecting, treasure hunting, gold prospecting, or even entertaining discussion, check us out Wednesdays and Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern, on your favorite podcast distribution services.